Each of us has two minds: the aware mind and the subconscious mind. The conscious mind is what we are aware of and use every day to think, reason, and choose. The subconscious mind, on the other hand, works behind the scenes and controls our feelings, beliefs, habits, and actions. Both minds are important, but lining them up can have a big effect on our lives. In this video, we'll talk about the conscious and subconscious minds and give you tips on how to line them up for more success and happiness. The first step in our journey is to fully grasp the two types of minds we have. The conscious mind is like the ship's captain, standing at the helm and making choices. Logic, critical thought, and the ability to make decisions are what make it unique. The conscious mind is active when we're fully awake and aware, making decisions based on logic and current sensory information. It's also where our short-term memory lives, temporarily holding the information we're using or processing at the moment. On the other hand, the subconscious mind is like the vast, unseen body of water that quietly affects the ship's course. It works in the background and isn't always in our direct awareness. It's where all of our feelings are stored: habits, long-term memories, and deeply held views, based on past events and learned patterns. This part of our mind sets off emotional reactions and shapes how we act. Think of our mind as an iceberg. The conscious mind is the obvious part of the iceberg that is above the water. It is here and now. The subconscious mind, on the other hand, is like a huge body under the water that you can't see but is very powerful. These two minds are always interacting with each other. The aware mind makes choices, and the subconscious mind reacts. And this response then affects the choices we make in the present, making a never-ending cycle of action. And reply by learning about these two parts of our minds, we can start to balance them, which can help our personal growth and our success. Recognizing the signs of misalignment is one of the first things you should work on the journey to aligning your conscious and subconscious mind. These signs can show up in both internal and outward ways. Outside indicators: putting things off, feeling stuck, and often hurting oneself. When our conscious goals and subconscious beliefs don't match up, we might keep putting things off or getting stuck in our progress. We might also self-sabotage, which means we don't try to reach our goals because we're afraid or have a deep-seated belief that we don't deserve to. These patterns can hold us back from growing as people and achieving our goals. Behaviors and choices that aren't consistent. If we keep going in different directions, or making choices that aren't in line with our stated goals, it is a clear sign that our mind may be pulling us in a different way. Our actions don't match up with what we say we want to do, which means our thoughts and actions aren't in sync. This mismatch makes a gap between what we want and what we do, which is why we need to address and close that gap. If we want to reach our goals and be truly happy, signs inside the body: persistently bad feelings, whether we're feeling restless or uneasy. Our emotions are a strong sign of how we're aligned internally. When we feel bad feelings like worry, anger, or sadness over and over again, it means that our subconscious mind is at odds with what we want to achieve. Similar to this, a constant feeling of restlessness or unease can be a sign of inner discord or unhappiness. It is important to deal with these emotions and feelings to improve our health and harmony. Recurring bad habits and patterns. Our long-term habits and trends are stored in our subconscious mind. It's clear that our inner beliefs are not in line with what we want when we find ourselves stuck in bad habits or patterns that keep happening. It's our subconscious trying to make itself heard by showing us where our minds are out of alignment. To get them back in line, we need to recognize and deal with these trends. Understanding and recognizing these signs is like using a compass in uncharted territory. They lead us to parts of our minds that need our attention. They are messages from our inner mind about problems that are getting in the way of our progress. Ignoring these signs is like ignoring a compass. It will lead to confusion and unhappiness. Using these signs to help you find problems with how your aware and subconscious minds are working together, regaining balance and getting in line with real goals. Picture your mind as a boat and your conscious mind as the sailor with the compass. Your subconscious mind is like the current that moves the boat in the right direction. If the undercurrent is pushing the boat south, even if the sailor consciously decides to go north, the boat will drift off course. To successfully navigate the boat, the sailor must know the strength and direction of the undercurrent. In the same way, recognizing and understanding the signals from our subconscious mind helps us align our actions with our intentions, leading us to our desired destination. Getting your aware and subconscious minds to work together is like taming a wild horse. It's a daily commitment to habits that help these two strong forces inside us work together in harmony. Let's talk more about these habits. Affirmations are like the soft whispers we give ourselves, the pep talks we don't say out loud. Fill our subconscious with endless positivity and unwavering confidence. The immense power of positive self-talk cannot be overstated. By carefully crafting powerful affirmations and consciously incorporating them into our daily routines, we can gradually and permanently reprogram our subconscious, replacing any lingering negative beliefs with a solid foundation of positive ones. Visualization. Our minds react strongly to pictures. By picturing our goals and dreams, we can firmly connect our conscious goals with our subconscious ones. Visualization includes tasks like picturing yourself reaching your goals, feeling the emotions that come with it, and really getting into that state of mind. Clear mental picture visualization is a powerful technique that can help us get what we want and move us towards success. Being still and emp. Mindfulness meditation is like opening the door to our subconscious mind. It lets us tune out the noise of everyday life and explore the deepest parts of our own selves. Simple mindfulness techniques can help us stay present and in tune with ourselves throughout the day. By making meditation a regular part of our lives, we can strengthen the connection between our minds and bodies and improve our overall health. Guide images and hypnotherapy. A strong way to visualize is through hypnotherapy. Guided imagery helps us connect, reset mental patterns, and change our inner landscape. With the help of a trained hypnotherapist, we go on a journey to explore our psyche, find our potential, and bring about positive change. Each lesson has suggestions for deep relaxation. Storytelling can help people heal and grow. Hypnotherapy and guided imagery can help us reach our full potential for purpose, fulfillment, and self-mastery. Writing in a journal can be very healing and transformative. It lets us bring our deepest subconscious thoughts to the surface, process them with clarity and intention, and gain profound insights that can change our lives. Gratitude journals, dream journals, and stream of consciousness are some of the writing practices that can help us do this. Writing can be a very powerful way to connect with our real selves, reflect on our lives, and grow as people, taking consistent, good acts as we live in a fast-paced world. It can be easy to get caught up in outside distractions and pressures. We are constantly being bombarded with information, time demands, and societal expectations. However, through habit stacking and positive reinforcement, we can train ourselves to behave in ways that support our conscious intentions. This will bring us closer to alignment and ultimately help us reach our goal. This is why mental work is so important for dealing with past traumas. Unresolved trauma can leave a long and ominous shadow over our subconscious mind, often making us do things that aren't in line with what we want to do. This lack of relationship can make us feel bad and make it harder for us to grow and change. Getting professional help and therapy, like cognitive behavioral therapy or exposure therapy, can help us get through this difficult emotional terrain by giving us the tools to face, process, and finally get over past traumas. Limiting thoughts, deeply held negative beliefs, can become invisible roadblocks that stop us from reaching our full potential and feeling good about ourselves. Finding these limiting ideas is the first thing that needs to be done to change them. Cognitive restructuring and positive affirmation are two techniques that can help us change these ideas and change the story we tell ourselves about who we are and what we can do. The importance of patience. Matching our conscious and subconscious minds is not a one-time event, but a slow, ongoing journey. It is important to celebrate small wins along the way to keep the positive changes going. Patience and persistence are important parts of this trip that help us find our way to compassion and understanding. Keep in mind that a 1,000-mile trip starts with one step. In light of Confucius's words, "He who conquers himself is the mightiest warrior," the journey becomes even more important. This old wisdom recognizes the huge courage and strength it takes to face and change our inner world, which is a more difficult fight than any outside one. The alignment of the conscious and subconscious mind is a sign of real strength. It's about facing past traumas, limiting beliefs, and being patient along the way. As we overcome these internal challenges, we become stronger warriors on the battlefield of life. Now that we've finished our exploration of the alignment of the conscious and subconscious mind, let's take a moment to think back on our journey. We can't say enough about how important this alignment is. It forms the basis of our thoughts, actions, and ultimately the results we experience in our lives. It's the point where our deepest desires meet our actual abilities, allowing us to create the reality we want. For those of you who are just starting this journey, start small. Pick one or two strategies that work for you and stick to them. Maybe cognitive restructuring or positive affirmations speak to you. No matter what strategy you choose, remember that consistent small steps can lead to big changes. Just like a tree that grows strong over time, aligning the conscious and subconscious mind can change our lives in ways we could never imagine. It opens the door to a fuller, more satisfying life, where we are not just floating through it but actively making it happen. It's the canvas where we draw our dreams, and the brush that brings them to life. As we come to the end of this journey, I leave you with the words of the great mystic Rome. The moment you accept what troubles you've been given, the door will open. If you see your potential and start the powerful path of alignment, you'll find the door to a happiness-filled life. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe, like, and share.